Yeah, hey, we all want a good deal. But when you sell a practice, it's really not like other transactions.
Right.
It's really not like selling an asset.
Thank you, Gary. Last question. If the if the seller is interested in helping with the transition, how can this be structured?
Very cool. Love that question. And most of these cases, these are senior doctors that are done. Yeah, they want to be done. But I can think of one particular case that went really well. The senior doctor said, "I'll be happy to help with the transition." And so, what does that look like to you? And he said, "Well, I don't want to really do any more dentistry because I'm done. But I will write a letter." And then he actually said to the doctor, to the person, he said, "You know what? Even better than that, I'll let you write the letter." Because I think you can represent your practice better. But we'll together we'll write the letter. We'll write a nice transition letter, and then I'd be willing for a short period of time to come to your practice and to greet my patients when they come in, and then I'll walk them back. And if they're going to see the hygienist, I'll introduce them to the hygienist. And if they're going to see the doctor, I'll introduce them to the doctor. I'd be willing to do that for a short period of time to help with the transition. And it worked fantastically. He did something really cool in this practice. He had the hygienists clean his teeth. And so he was able to say, like, "Naren, if you were the patient, Naren, I'm so glad you're here. I noticed you got our letter. Come on back. Let me introduce you to your hygienist." He'd introduce him to the hygienist. He'd say, and just so you know, I had Carol clean my teeth last week, and she's amazing. She's going to do a great job. And he did that for a short period of time. This was a couple months of introducing patients. And then he contacted patients he wasn't able to see during that time period. He called them and said, "Hey, it's going very well. I know you've got appointments coming up. I just wanted to tell you you're making a good decision to see the new docs. I've got complete trust and confidence. I wouldn't have merged my practice into theirs if I didn't have confidence myself." Very, very, very helpful. So that can be done if the spirit is there, if they're willing to do that. That can be done very well. And the other thing that I would say when it comes to negotiating these deals, back to a fair deal. One of the concepts that I want you to think about is, let's say your retiring dentist isn't going somewhere. He's just going to retire in your community. He's going to be seen out and about. He or she is going to be seen out and about in your community. And imagine one of his former patients sees him in the grocery store. And the patient comes, hey, doc, how you doing? I've noticed that you've retired, and I got an appointment coming up with the new guy. Is that practice any good? Okay. Now, two scenarios. You've treated the seller very well, very fairly. You've been honorable. He's been honorable. It's gone very well. What do you think he's going to say to the buyer, to the patient? What do you think he's going to say?
He's going to give a glowing review.
Yeah, this is a good guy. He's taking good care of my patients. I had him do some dentistry for me, first class. You're in good hands. What if you beat him to death on price and you wrung every last nickel out of it? like literally there wasn't a nickel left in the deal. What might he say to the dentist, to the patient that says, "What do you think? Is that guy any good?"
I don't even imagine what he's going to say.
Think about it.
Yeah.
This is emotional intelligence in action. Yeah, hey, we all want a good deal. But when you sell a practice, it's really not like other transactions.
Right.
It's really not like selling an asset. Like when you buy your house, when you sell your house and someone buys your house, you don't really care what they do with it. It's different. Right. And so I would err on the side of being fair, because if they do bump into your patients, in the grocery store or out and about in your community, you want them singing your praises. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. The full podcast episode link is in the link below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like our content.